lead the participant to achieve the advanced certification within about 2-3 months or whatever he plans that way. And Dr. S.J. Nanda, who is the coordinator of Academy and co-CI of the Academy itself. I'm just here to take little more time if I'm permitted, or you can interrupt me anytime. This is just to highlight the kind of efforts we are now putting up as jointly as 7 Academies Consortium. We have adopted the minor honors curriculum from AICTE so that it benefits all of you, the participants, in long run in their own profession and at their own working place in many ways. So what we have planned is we are now dovetailing our offering. The titles align with the AICTE model curriculum of different domains, and we are offering much more larger range of the programs in each specific area. That's what I'm going to highlight here, so that you as participant, you are aware and you can pick and choose your programs, maybe in a single domain preferably, and of course other domains as you wish, not a problem. I hope I am audible.
Sir,
thank you.
Sir, you're audible, sir.
Thank you. So this is the kind of the mandate of AICTE for all the technical institutions across our country. They say that 18 credits are required for a student to complete minor honor, but the main requirement is the faculty has to be there to teach those courses. So we offer that the 5 courses a faculty can choose from our training program, and further in their own institute float those minors and majors as per mandate of their Senate, Board of Studies and University. And they have to initiate those efforts to start minor majors, or maybe their own university has allowed them the specific BTech course itself in that specific area. So these courses will serve either as a major, minor, or maybe a pure BTech courses in specialized areas, where you will be able to claim your expertise having gone through 5 of the courses offered by us. Our programs, which are offered by different academies, are actually complying with many of the organizations, the QCI, the sector scale councils, AICTE, UGC, and we are of course trying our all efforts to offer things as per NEP, and maybe we are able to implement the year end of 2026, the credit transfer through your ABC, and you can use them as per your requirement for teaching or even pursuing PhD. You can claim them as a PhD courses, maybe in the long run for that part. These are the broad areas we are actually contemplating and already offering courses for last 3 years. AI/ML, software, data science, cybersecurity. One of this is floated today. Hardware and VLSI and so forth. We are also going for the leadership, education, and interdisciplinary applications, which we have counted as a pedagogy and other Pearl kind of thing. I will actually lead you to the list of these programs under all these 10 areas. So these are the more detailed areas we are now offering. The brown ones we are currently offering, and some of the other areas also are open, and some of the other areas like defense and space and embedded intelligence are in the offering in long run, maybe next semester session. But the brown ones which are ticked up here are currently being offered, and we have more than 5 courses in those areas. Let us see for quantum. The middle column is for AICTE recommendation, and these are the courses we are offering just parallel to those titles. And these have been offered in last year also, 2025-26, and now we are going to repeat them in 2026 and 27 also. So please watch out, and if you are interested, please complete any 5 of them to be eligible for a advanced certification. For VLSI design also, we have many courses, and we are offering about 10 of the courses this session out of this list. And you can look after any of the Academy's website, including MNIT website, and register for your other courses. You can convey this information to your colleagues also if you are mainly in cyber area and AIML areas. Now we have also these about 10 to 12 programs in AIML, data science, about more than 10 courses. You can choose 5 of them. IoT, more than 10 courses. Cyber security, we have this list. One of them is being floated today, and you can look for other ones which are being contemplated for this session 2026-27, so that you qualify for advanced certification if you have done at least 5 courses. For energy and microgrid, we again have 10-12 courses. For robotics, again 10-12 courses. For blockchain, about 6 courses. Software development, many of them will appear in this session also, like this one, and Python, and 4 of them will appear this session. Maybe 5th also we might appear. For signal processing also, we have offer of 12 courses. For UHV, we are starting this on 27th July, and will offer the subsequent programs in the coming sessions. This is now quite a core course in every BTech across all over India, and we have a very strong group outside academy domain, which are run by Jeevan Vidya, and even UHV stream referred by AICT team. We have prominent experts. They will also be coming to our offering from 27th July. We are also going to offer the first course this session and the further courses in next session. And you can look for this area that way. For pedagogy, ethics, research and leadership, we have offered many courses in the past, and about 4+ courses will be appearing in this session, including for paper writing, for AI for pedagogy, curriculum for this, and one more here. I am not able to trace it, but it will appear here. This one, first one. So this is the way we are going to offer our programs, and we are actually dovetailing our offerings as per the AICD mandate for the advanced certification or PG certification. So we'll immediately award you the advanced certification, and we'll start this process by September for many of the programs, starting with quantum first, or maybe in December, one of them, or maybe both of the cohorts. And we are making our all efforts to request AICT to agree to this advanced certification conversion to PG certification. And if that happens, we will merge this and grant the PG certification itself. And if this takes time, we'll award the advanced certification in domain expertise that way. So thank you, and you can look forward to our other speakers and our coordinators here who would be guiding you to many of the other offerings of programs. And all the participants present here, I wish you all a happy learning. And thanks again to Dr. Batula, to Dr. Viparthi being coordinators and speakers here, and to my colleagues who have been doing a lot of efforts in background, Dr. Pilli, Dr. Nanda, Dr. Madila, and Dr. Love Bhargav. Thank you very much for time given to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for briefing about the AICT. DSC data doing the excellent work. Bring this kind of minor activities also the excellent to all the participants, especially. And now I am requesting Professor Nanda will speak about he's the coordinator for ICT. About a few things related
to ICT from like IT. And we have been running the from past several years, especially the ICT Academy phase 1 started with 2015 and the second phase starting from 2023, and we are now all over the country we have a brand called ICT Academy, especially. And in this particular course on this second page, this course is being taught for 40 hours. 4 hours daily, and for 10 days this course. And every course should have a process of certification. I urge all the participants sincerely attend all the sessions, appear for the quiz. And the quiz, if you have reached any one quiz, must try to attend the second. There will be 2 quiz throughout the and for certification it is mandatory to have the attendance and quiz. Without which the certificate can be qualified for the certificate. So it is a very interesting course, as I can observe many participants, speakers who are very renowned, like Professor Balasubramanian from IIT, Dr. Santosh from IIT Roper, and many international speakers from Singapore University of Technology and University of Eastern Germany. Many speakers, they are also delivering on this particular course. So participants have to learn a lot this particular emerging area. And I say all the best participants.
Thank you very much, Nanda sir, for completing about the program. And I am requesting Professor Emmanuel Pillai sir, please speak a few words. He is the master behind all these FDP programs. Can you speak, sir?
Yes, thank you. Respected Saula sir and coordinator for today's program, Dr. Ramesh Batula, Dr. Satsai Nanda, Dr. Ravi Madila, and Dr. Santosh Parthi, our guest from IIT Ropar. And dear participants, thank you very much for inviting me for this time. And the topic is very innovative, AI for security for AI. So there are 2 approaches. AI comes in 2 different ways. You can try to cause attacks, that is you use AI to cause attacks. Second, you use AI to detect the security attacks and vulnerabilities. So that's the whole intention. And in fact, various aspects also, when you look at forensics, which was my area of interest, as we look at it both ways, right? So you use AI to do investigations, and you use AI to cause the actual attacks, and you also use AI to prevent the detection of your attack. So anti forensics is the word. So somebody wants to do anti forensics, so he uses AI, but somebody wants to escape the detection by a forensic expert, he does anti forensics. So that is the concept with which Dr. Ramesh has come up with this innovative course, and I wish him all the best, and especially the series that Professor Vinit Saula sir explained. If you do 5 similar courses, you can try to come up with a few physical classes, not only online, 5 online courses and 1 offline course. That's when actually, if you're looking at cybersecurity, you can actually try to look at what is meant by being an ethical hacker, what are the tools, so you can use them and have hands-on experience. We are actually under Dr. Ramesh Babu. We have in MNIT we have set up the Center for Cyber Security (CCS), and hopefully in the days to come, by the time these 5 series of courses are completed, we will have the set of all equipment that will be needed. Or most of the tools are already available, but then we are wanting to also procure some more tools where we are trying to offer training for police officials under the Center for Cybersecurity and other aspects also. So that whole thing is going to come up together for all of you who complete this course. Slowly, we'll try to run these offline programs, which will actually give you a hands-on live experience, handling data sets, handling some critical cases. May not be live cases, but actually cases which the data which actually was live some time ago, something like that. So some of these things will come up. So I request all of you to pay attention to all the lectures, especially on the various tools that are you learn them and pick them up, so that when this whole thing comes up and when they to make it equivalent, so all the faculty will be trained on 5 or more courses and an offline interaction or a physical interaction of few days, you will all be eligible to receive proficiency certificate in a particular technology, cyber security. We have done similar experiments in quantum technologies. Professor Saula sir is looking at something on what is called the semiconductor technology, VLSI technologies. So various domains we will try to explore, blockchain and other things. So cyber security is going to be one of them. So because I am also a security practitioner and a researcher, so I want all of you to take it seriously, because India should not be left behind. Maybe we are good in army, we are good in navy, we are good in air force, but we also need to be good in cyber force. So we need so many cyber volunteers, and I hope some of you will take it seriously to be ethical hackers, to work for the country, to be available whenever your services are needed. So we need skill. We should not only say that I know cybersecurity. We must be actually having hands-on experience. So I wish all of you take seriously, because getting a certificate is not going to serve any purpose. What you need to do is, get the knowledge, get the experience, and also try to run some of the things that we are explaining to you. So hopefully you will do that. And I wish Dr. Batula and the team of speakers also the best, very best, that they will do well. And this course will be beneficial. And of course, as we are recording this course, it will be available forever for you to again come back, refer, and look at. You can also refer the video lectures to others who would want to do this. And we are also want to announce that we are starting the quantum series again. So those who are interested also in quantum, you can try to look at the brochure August 3rd onwards. So with this few words, thank you, Batula sir, for this time. I wish all the participants the very best. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Professor Emmanuel sir, and saying a very wonderful introduction to the participants. We have a few sessions from you also this course, so that they will get much. And I'm requesting now our guest of speaker today, Dr. Santosh Kumar Viparthi, head of the department and data engineering in IIT Bhopal. He has a vast experience in this area, especially the wonderful publication he has and wonderful projects he's continuing. And I'm going to give a brief information about Dr. Santosh Kumar Viparthi. He's currently working as head of the department in the department of artificial intelligence and data engineering in IIT Bhopal. And he has more than 50 plus years of experience in industry as well as academia. And he's presently as an associate professor, as well as he has a postclass publications and projects also he's handling, and a lot of international collaborations are also he's handling, as well as he's actively involved in various consultancy projects also. So I'm very glad to introduce to you, sir, and we need a few words from you related to this particular FDP, and we need a great institution to create to the participants.
Thank you, Professor Ramesh, for inviting me. So, good afternoon, everyone. It's my great pleasure and a privilege to be here. I would like to thank the organizers, Professor Ramesh Batula, Professor Vineet Saula sir, and Professor Emmanuel Pilli, and Satsai Nanda, and Ravikumar Madala, and other colleagues at MIT Jaipur. Today, I would like to share some of my thoughts and my experiences, how the AI can going to be helpful to us. At the same time, how it can be a problematic to us as well. So the topic is very interesting, in especially the AI for security and security for AI. The name itself is very interesting and fascinating. So now, if you can able, just I would like to ask a simple question to all of us, that how many AI systems currently watching us before we are starting the session? We may be not realizing one aspect, that every day the AI modules somehow directly or indirectly is completely watching us. The best example is, while you are using your smartphones, you are trying to unlocking it by using face recognition or by using your fingerprints. While you're walking, there will be many CCTV cameras are watching you, how you're walking and where you're going and what are you doing. Our smartphones are completely hearing what our conversations, and immediately it is trying to recommending you the depending upon the conversation. If you're talking about any of the trips, they will going to recommend you the beautiful places. If you're talking about any of the module to be purchased or a device to be purchased or item to be purchased, then immediately you're going to get the recommendation systems. So at the same time, while you're driving, there are many traffic cameras. You're trying to watch your vehicles, and it will going to be predicting or detecting your anomalous activities. The best thing is, we are everybody wearing the watches. It is continuously, monitoring your health. But if you can able to see, 20 years back, the best example for a computer vision, initially we used to be struggled to identify what the object is. But nowadays, to detect the objects, there is an algorithm called object detection was introduced. But later on, the technology changed. Then semantic object detection came. Then again, that today we are being able to see that video understanding and summarizations came into the picture. So the question we started earlier, that what is an image, but now the questions have changed. That is called what actually the image is explaining it, and what we need to do by looking into this image. This is called a decision making. Is capabilities of the decision making is increased by using the AI. Also, we can observe that AI become one of the most powerful technology and improving safety and security. So, what is our safety and security here? While you're driving, while you're traveling in the airport is completely monitored, and the surveillance is complete. High level surveillance is there. So it is going to be monitoring the public places, the border securities, and autonomous vehicles. Nowadays is very famous in our vehicles, the autonomous vehicles, and also diagnosing the medical diseases. That is called early stage detection, and it is going to be already using in the industries to identifying the faulty devices before it can be supplied. These are all the advantages of the AI for sure, but there is another question to be we need to ask by ourselves, that can we trust AI? Because as so far we are bothering about the accuracies and all, but the another question comes is that whatever the model we are able to see it, can we trust that? That is where that particular trust AI came into the picture. What if the attacker deliberately willing to misguide the AI module or AI system? The best example for misguiding the AI capabilities are deepfake. As in when you might be seen in recent times, there are some few deepfake videos which are as good as the real videos. So we could not be able to differentiate the generated sample is a fake sample or a real sample. That is what the capabilities of the AI is misleading into the another direction. Why it is so happening? Because what are the AI models you might be studied, or you may going to study, you may going to learn in the coming lectures. The AI algorithm is completely data driven. What if the attacker was poisoned something on the input data or training data itself? Then how the behavior of the AI model will be? Similarly, the AI model could be stolen and it can be misused. Or your personal and private data, whatever the data model we are using it, the personal data can be retrieved from the AI models. It's not like that the AI model is a billion parameters. Through billion parameters, we can regenerate or recreate what type of data we have used for the model to be generated or model to be created. So your data is in the stack. So while we are trying to discussing about these all factors, that is how this particular workshop is going to covering about the various aspects. That is called AI for security. It is now changing from security for AI. So not only the model of AI to be used for the various surveillance aspects, but in addition to that, we need to develop a surveillance mechanism to see the monitoring the AI modules itself. That is how Security AI came into the picture. Now the technology is growing and AI models are everywhere, and we are using and we are using in the edge devices. As you can able to see, the tiny AI models are there in everywhere, right? Now the last important question comes here is that are these all AI modules are only to increasing the accuracies? Earlier it is 80%, it is for the 90%. Is it only the question? Now the questions are slowly changing in a way that can we trust the AI module, whatever the module you are using? If the AI model is giving a 98% of the accuracy, why this model is giving the AI a 98% accuracy? So rather than asking a question, what is the accuracy? Now the questions are changing towards why this accuracy came. Why should I trust? What are the AI algorithm I'm using? Whatever the decisions it is taking, why should I trust? So these are all the different uh, research directions currently the researchers are looking for, not only to relying on the AI model, but at the same time, why the decision is making and what was the reason for that. So just I would like to conclude that whatever the algorithms you are using it, not only we should not rely only on the accuracies, but of course we need to ask a question that how much we can trust on the AI model, how transparent the AI model, and how secure the AI model. At the same time, how beneficial this AI model for the human community. So if you can able to see the overall pipeline about the AI, initially that it might be used to see the data, understand the data, give it decisions. Now, upon the decisions, reverse engineering we need to apply. The decision is comes. Is it really decision? It is a true decision or it is a poisonous decision. So I feel you within this particular entire faculty development program, I wish you will going to cover all these aspects, and we will going to meet after some days so that where we can able to talking about various technical attacks, how we can able to do it, what are the data poisoning, and so on. Thank you once again for this opportunity, Professor Ramesh Babu sir and other coordinators. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, sir, for briefing about security for AI, especially in a great manner. And I'm very thankful to all the eminent people like Dr. Nandaji, Dr. Ravi, and especially champion of FDP, Professor Philipper, and our guest of honor today, Dr. Santosh Kumar. So I'm very thankful to raise this particular inaugural session, and we will also require all your expertise to improve this FDP in a further time. We make further. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Dear participants, just a few minutes, so we will come back to you.
अरे वो वहाँ गए थे, वहाँ से क्लास
सर
ये ज्वाइन है टेस्ट क्यों कर रहे हैं स्टूडेंट?
फिर बताया ना वो आते रहेंगे उसमें बस उसको रजिस्ट्रेशन करना होता
बता क्यों कर रहे हैं?
है So, Sandeep, shall we start?
Yes, sir, you can start.
Yes. So, good evening, all the participants. So, first I will brief about the FDP program, what we are planning to discuss, and what we are about to complete in this particular course. That also I'm going to brief it to you, so that most of you are able to understand what you are going to be learning. Initially, we thought to discuss about the classical AI security problems, classical AI, how classical AI is there, and what kind of security aspects are there in the classical AI. Then after, the second thing is decentralized learning. How advanced decentralized learning comes into the picture. How security is there in the decentralized learning paradigms also. We will discuss on that. Such a way that you will understand what is the exact gap between the classical AI and decentralized AI. The gaps are there, you will able to understand. Second thing, every day we are keeping so first of all, am I audible to all the participants clearly? Can you say okay?
Yes, sir, audible.
Right. So all the participants, please try to understand what we are supposed to be covering in this particular sessions. Every day you have a 2 lecture session is there, 2 completely hands-on session is there, so that everybody try to understand the theory, the corresponding applications also you are able to implement it. Our main goal is going to be, you supposed to be understand about AI security, and you are able to develop the complete AI related security solutions. You experiment it and you evaluate that particular experiments, and finally you are in a position to present in the form of in the presentation or in the form of publication, like that. You can create such a kind of, we were plan to create such a kind of environment to all the participants. The main theme of this FDP is going to be, everyone who are attended is able to be transform a good research person or a good intellectual related to AI security concepts. Actually, that is the main theme of this particular FDP program. So that's why today we are going to be I'm going to share my slides now. Okay. I'm sharing. So are you able to observe my slides? Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Right, and the slides are moving.
Yes, sir, it's moving.
Right, thank you very much. Okay. Today, the main topic is going to be AI threat landscape and attack taxonomy. I'm planning to discuss with you all actually. So here, the mainly we need to be work on how AI system get attacked and how the field organizes those attacks into one shared map. It means what kind of taxonomy is there in the attacks point of view? How we supposed to be understand AI based attacks? So that's the way we need to be go and understand about this particular thing. The first I would like to discuss why AI security is a new problem. You observe if any software based bugs are there or network based bugs are there, we can able to find, we have some kind of a ecosystem is there. We developed like a wonderful isolation concepts to everywhere to protect that. Even sometimes in operating system point of view, we were going to be create a sandboxing environment. That sandboxing environment is supposed to be protect from many kind of attacks. Not only that, you observe, you have a network resources, you have a system resources, you have operating system resources, and you have hardware resources. How to protect this? So we understood about the existing classical computers, but these computers now are supposed to be use artificial intelligence. Whenever it is coming to use artificial intelligence, the artificial intelligence completely depends on the data. So now software problems are okay, hardware oriented problems or any other problems are okay in the association with the data. Now, if suppose the data is supposed to be compromised, the data is supposed to be compromised. How we have to handle that? That's why your threat surface or your attack surface is going to be different. That we supposed to be understand from this particular lecture. Second one is threat modeling foundations. How attacker thinks, what are the attacker goals, how he understood about the knowledge, and how is capable to manipulate your data or a model or XYZ, and how your ML life cycle is supposed to be uh, taken into the consideration to create this kind of attacks. We supposed to be understand that also. The attack taxonomy are going to be 8 families are there: evasion, model evasion attacks, model poisoning attack, data poisoning attacks, backdoor attacks, privacy based attacks, model theft, prompt related attacks, and availability. That means okay, the resource availability point of view, data availability point of view attacks, and finally the attackers are supposed to be create a supply chain attacks. That means these are the 8 different families are there. How many families are there? 8 different families are there. What are those? Evasion, poisoning, backdoors, privacy leak, model theft, prompt attacks, and prompt attacks, availability, supply chain. So, and we supposed to be understand how, what kind of standardized organization fields are there in this. There are WASP, LLM top 10 attacks are there. MITRE Atlas is there. NIST AI top 100 attack. That means okay, these are the organizations are going to identify what are the emerging attacks and why these attacks are emerging. And after that, we supposed to be provide some case studies and what comes next. Okay, also be discussing that. So first, our major point which we need to be understand here, what is AI security, or why AI security is a new problem. Are you with me? Are you able to understand what I'm saying? The participants? Right. So I have to move forward. AI systems are everywhere, so the stakes are high. Now you supposed to be understand the decades of decades, AI is getting more and more robust and intelligent. More and more robust and intelligent. Most of the applications were filled by your AI only. Most of the phone calls are now created by AI only. Most of the communications are done by AI only. Now human intervention are minimized. Human intervention is minimized. Even spam filtering, hiring screens, self-deriving perception, and most of the code generation has to be done by the AI. Now you observe carefully AI point of view. Broadly, we can classify AI into 2 sides. One side predictive AI is there, other side generative AI is there. What are they? One side predictive AI is there, another side generative AI is there. What is predictive AI? Predictive AI generally work for your vision based applications. That might be medical image, that might be some other XYZ images. And generative AI, nowadays generative AI is moving towards to all the sectors. Especially, suppose you may apply for a particular loan, or you apply for a particular a activity. It is providing complete information. That means a prompt engineering is very popular in this regard. Right? Even we were email system also, spam filtering completely managing by this particular generative AI only. Particular generative AI. Right? Right. The next one I would like to go for. Every one of these are also target wrong decision can be forced, not just discovered as bugs. Here you observe. Okay, don't discover as a bug. You cannot able to discover as a bug. Why? Because you have artificial intelligence related problem that would be in a yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, I would like to continue this one. Okay, this is okay. Mostly you need to be understand that attacker does not need to break your server. They can just take your model the right way. That means the attacker has a simply two things are there with him. One side is your data, another side is your model. Either he may steal your model or he may steal your data. This is the one way we discussed about long back, but we have several methods are there to protect, how to protect from the stealing the data, stealing the model. So this is not possible because we have a complete pretty nice ecosystem is there to steal the information. But what he can do, he can able to generate, or he can able to modify, or he can able to predict your data or your model, or what kind of activities are going at your place due to that model. That's why you observe the classical software assumes a bug is a concrete flexible flaw in code. Correct. And it is going to be checked so many things like what kind of strings are going to be creating a problem to you, how to unescaped strings are there, what kind of race condition they can create. Even you might observe in a security point of view, suppose network intruder is there. Network intruder, how is going to be intrude into that actually? Suppose example I would like to tell you, WannaCry, there's a small activity, one kind of a ransomware. How it is going to be intrude into the systems, especially it is going to be use SMB port, and through SMB port only it is going to be intrude into that. That it means the security bugs are like this. Till now we observed that actually. So once you understand this one, you can remove permanently, or you can provide a solution permanently to this kind of bugs. WannaCry nowadays it's unable to hit in Windows 11 or advanced versions of the Windows operating system. So that's why if a problem we identified, we will develop a patch, and that patch can be protect from that kind of attacks. Even zero-day attacks are there. The zero-day attacks also we are solving with help of some kind of solutions. However, whenever machine learning based systems are there, machine learning based systems are there, they can break this kind of assumption in a different way. Especially these ways are going to be majorly, we may broadly classify that are going to be three. The first one is going to be the logic of the system is not written by a programmer, it is learned from the data. So that it means your AI based system, it is going to be analyzed through data only, not like a software developing. So flaw can be alive in the training set rather than your huge lines of code. Are you clear my point actually? Now you understand. AI means it works with the data. It works with the data. So now you need not to be worry about logic. You need not to worry about your code and all those things. What you need to be worry? you need to be worried about your training set. Means what data you chosen, how you train the data, that things you need to be worried about. That is the first point which we need to be understand. In the second one, the model behavior is a statistical. Understand, we are using in the AI, we are using statistical models only. We are using statistical models only. So it is correct on average, but okay, if you which means there is almost all the ways same input and that pushes it towards your wrong answer. Why? Because our statistical model is there. The statistical model is supposed to be work on the average of information only, that might be taken into a wrong side. For example, I would like to tell you today your room temperature is 23 is required for you, but okay, somebody manipulated the temperature can be averaged by your AI model, and that would be around 34. Then how do you feel inside your room? That means, okay, this is the second way. The statistical behavior of the model, actually. Statistical behavior of the model, we need to be check it out. That can be create, that can be manipulate, that can be update a wrong information in the system, actually. The third one is retaining a model, the ML equivalent patching can silently reintroduce the very flaw that was supposedly fixed because the flaw was never a line of code to delete in the first place. So actually what happens in the general tendency, in this statement you observe very carefully, you are not changing the line of statement. You are working with the statistical data. Working with a statistical data. That's why this particular three major issues which we need to be keep in mind to understand about AI systems and its security. What are the three things are there? Let me know. What are the three things? I may check. Okay, I will check on the chat box. The participants who are attending this workshop, please answer. What are the three things which we discussed right now, just now? Slides are not changing. Sandeep, slides are changing or not? Slides are changing. I think I'm discussing about only single slide till now. That's why you people might be thinking about I'm not changing the slides. Are you okay? Right. What are the three major points which we discussed just now related to the security for AI? One is the training set. Second one is the statistical modeling. What about the third one? That means statistical model behavior is the second one. What is the third one? What is the third one? Suppose you understand here, training is one, can be manipulated, and model can be misbehaved because of the statistical activity. So for that, what is it required? You have to go for retraining. You have to go for retraining your model. But generally what happens in a software right now, if any particular attack is happened, immediately what is supposed to be do? You will create a patch. That means some kind of solution you provide, that you need to be updated in your operating system or in your network side as a patch. No, you might be receiving so many Windows updates. So many Windows updates. The updates are going to be some kind of patches to the Windows operating system. Are you clear my point? That's why the third point is going to be retraining is going to be the third one actually. Clear? Okay, I'm sharing my slides. Right. So slides are moving. So we are discussing here itself only. We covered We completed these things. Now we need to be observe the difference between the classical software or AI/ML systems. We discussed the same only. In a classical software, you have a problems like buffer overflow, SQL injection, cross-site scripting attacks are there, right? And second thing is, if you want to fix this buffer overflow, SQL injection, or cross-site scripting kind of bugs, you're supposed to use a patch file. So such a way that okay, this patch file is supposed to be protect from this kind of attacks. And okay, here the behavior is a deterministic and specified only. The threat model is going to exploit a logic error, and based on that you need to be develop a patch and such a way that you need to protect from that. But in AI side, if you come up, the bugs can live in the data, the weights or the prompts. So that the bugs are going to be in the form of weights and prompt. You cannot be able to create a patch. Instead of that, you're supposed to be retrain the complete model. Retrain the complete model. And the behavior is going to be statistical, hard to fill up, specified. And finally, the threat model is going to be exploit that the model learned, not typo in code. Right. And we try to understand the main point, the CIA, and you need to be think about okay, AI security point. Here also we require CIA. Confidentiality, integrity, availability are important for you here also. But the perspective is different. The perspective is different. Confidentiality means protect training data. How you are going to be protect your trained data? So somebody is not going to be inject some kind of poisoned data into that particular trained data. So you have to be very careful about that. Second thing, model weights. Whatever model weights you freezed, that model weight should not be modified by somebody. And while you are forwarding this model weights from one place to other place also, nobody is not supposed to be understand such a way that you need to be develop your confidentiality mechanisms. And another one is going to be query privacy from leaking. Your query, that means our prompts are supposed to be very important. That prompts are supposed to be learned by somebody. They will understand what information they were looking for. Right? So that's why the confidentiality is important. What is the meaning of confidentiality? Confidentiality means a readable form to unreadable form creation. What is called a message is in the readable form that we will encrypt. What we will generate? A cipher is supposed to be generated. Cipher text is supposed to be generated. And if you have a cipher text, you use decryption and generate your plain text back. Plain text back. That's the way. And second thing is integrity. Keep the model decision correct and trustworthy. What is you need to be keep it? The integrity. Once you trained, the model should not be misbehave. How can you ensure that? That means model is not supposed to be updated by any third party or any person is unable to update that particular model. Clear, that's the important point for us. That's why this is also very required to be understand. Availability. Your model should be available and your model should be fast and affordable and running under load or attack. So model should not be attacked by anyone like that. Every attack family we study today's maps to breaking one of these three goals. Right? So then after we discussed about the four reasons, the one is the statistical and there is no logical thinking. Training data is a part of attack surface we discussed. But the poison data can create a problem to your training process, a training model. That's why you need quite a retraining. The interface itself leaks the information. That means whatever the interfaces are there, that can be able to leak your confidence score, gradients, and even plain text answers can be reversed by using the reverse engineering. And attacks are also going to be transferred. The crafty models are supposed to be work in an intelligent way. So now we supposed to be understand about threat modeling foundations. So what I would like to suggest to all the participants, you should have a very rich vocabulary related to the AI security. If you want to go for a rich vocabulary, first you try to understand what kind of modeling foundations are there. Modeling foundations are there. So first we need to be learn what are the attacker knowledge and goals. What are the attacker knowledge and attackers goals? We try to understand. So there are several references are there, especially NIST AI 100 as well as MITRE Atlas was top 10. These three organizations, especially these three organizations, are supposed to be provide the information related to what kind of attacks are happening in the AI field. In the AI field, especially, we need to understand about that actually. What are those are? Especially here, we need to be understand white box, gray box, black box, and no box. What is the white box? Full access to model weights and gradients. Complete your model is surrendered. Gray box knows architecture, not the trained weights. Black box only sends queries and reads outputs. Attackers, no box means attacker transfer from surrogate model. So the main aim of this attacker is what? He has to breach your integrity such a way that you will get a wrong decisions, wrong information. And your model should be slow down. He can create a attack and suppose he may create a DOS attack that will be create a problem to your model to access. That would be make more costly, or sometimes your data should be in offline. And confidentiality. So the attacker is supposed to be extract the information to break your confidentiality. What input you are providing, what output you are getting, or he may understood about what weights you are using. With the help of the weights, he is going to reconstruct the model, reconstruct the data. So like that, attacker is supposed to be attack on these. These are all the way. Targeted versus indiscriminate also. Next. When does the attacker happen? When does the attacker happen? Training time attacks are there, testing time attacks are there, around the model attacks are there. So causative attacks, exploratory attacks, or we are going to be understand it. So you observe, training time attacks means while the training is going to be happening, the model weights he is going to be manipulated. He is going to be poison the data, or he may create a small backdoor on your model. Anything might be going to be created by the attacker. Thus, this kind of attacks we are calling as training time attacks. Are you clear now? And testing time attacks means model is already fixed and training already completed. Then the testing time attacks are supposed to be come up. So that kind of attacks, what we call it as the evasion attacks, extraction attack, privacy attacks are like that. These are all attacks comes under testing time attacks. Around the model attacks means target the supply chain attacks, plugins or agent tools rather than the model math directly. So what is ML life cycle is there, especially with respect to the attack surface? Collect the data, train the model, trained model, deploy and serve, output and agents are. That means the collecting time, if you are creating attacks, that attacks we call it as a poisoning attacks or unlearnable examples are there. In trained model, you have a backdoor or Trojan type of attacks are there, and FL model poisoning is also going to be happen with help of this. Trained model, at the trained model stage, extraction and model inversion can be happening. Deploy and serve. That time evasion attacks, prompt injection attacks, sponge attacks is supposed to be happening. Right. Data, the final output and agent's point of view, data extraction or tool or agent hijacking is also going to be happening. That means attacker is going to be create attack surface throughout this pipeline, throughout the pipeline. So defense is supposed to be developed for all the stages in the life cycle, all the stages in the life cycle. So may I ask a small question to the participants? Okay, evasion attack is going to be happen at when? Evasion attack is going to happen at what time in the life cycle? And how many stages are there in ML life cycle? With respect to attacks point of view. With respect to attacks point of view, may I get any answer from any one of the participant? Yes, what are the 5 stages? Okay, may I know? Yes, you're supposed to be understand. That's why you're supposed to be understand what we are discussing in this class, right? So we are talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models are there. Five okay stages are there. In the where these are ML life cycle is the attack surface map. In the under that actually, one is collecting data, training model, trained model, deploy and serve, output agents. What are the attacks are possible at the collecting data? Poisoning attack, unlearnable examples. Trained model, you have a backdoor or Trojan, FL model poisoning. That means here we will discuss in the upcoming classes about decentralized learning. That means federated learning and split learning concepts. Now I am talking about this kind of attacks are possible at this stage. And trained model point of view, you have extraction and model inversion. Deploy and serve time, evasion attack, prompt injection, sponge attack are possible. Data extraction or tool agent hijack is there in the life cycle. So now we try to concentrate to understand about what is the taxonomy of attacks. So here earlier we discussed 8 different families are there. How many families are there? 8 different families are there. We supposed to be investigate and we supposed to be understand in detail about these 8 families of attacks. 8 families of attacks. Right? So what are the 8 families of these attacks? What are the 8 families of these attacks? First one is evasion. Second one is poisoning. Third one is a backdoor or Trojan. Fourth one is the privacy or inference. Fifth one is model stealing. Sixth one is the LLM prompt attacks. Seventh one is availability. And eighth one is supply chain and agents. And here you observe, okay, what is evasion? Evasion means tiny half an invisible input changes flip the model answer at a testing time. Are you clear? Okay, they're going to be invisible input, they change the flip. The model answer at the test time is going to be a different. Poisoning means bad example slipped into training data, corrupt that the model learns. Means these poisoning attacks are 2 types again. Data poisoning attacks, model poisoning attacks. So you can manipulate the data or you can manipulate the model also. That's the way it's. And third one is backdoor. The hidden trigger is there, makes the model obey the attacker only when it's going to be triggered. Especially even Trojan also. Trojan means your ML is working very well. Your ML is working very well. However, at times the malware inside the ML model is there. It will be trigger and it is going to be change the situation. privacy or inference. So here it is going to be leak your secret information from the training data. The same thing happened models stealing. The clone a model you do not own just by querying its API many times. And prompt injection is very popular one. You know, the prompts can be create any kind of disasters. Availability point of view also, we have some kind of availability problems are there that we will discuss, and supply chain agents. So first we need to be talk about the family one, that is evasion attack. That is evasion attack. This evasion attack was found in 2014. There are a few people are there. These few people are finding reshaped how the field thought about deep network and imperceptible, careful computed perturbations that are invisible to human. Okay, so that the way they are find that the way they are creating this kind of evasion attack. The idea is add a perturbation too small or a human to notice, large enough to flip the model decision. That is called evasion attack. What is the idea? Simple. You have to create a small change in the perturbations. That means nobody cannot be able to observe that one. Right? Such a way that that model decision should be flip like anything. There are attacks are there like FGSM in 2015, PZD in 2018, repeats this stuff for a far stronger attack. Right. The same thing happened in 2019 also. We have a certified defenses are there, randomized smoothing issues are there, like this. Second family is going to be the data poisoning attack. I told you there are two type of poisonings are there. Model poisoning and data poisoning is there. You can able to perform these two. What is the main idea behind this data poisoning? Corrupt the training set itself. So the learned model is wrong by design. Here, I would like to give a small idea for you. If a federated learning is there, most of you know about the federated learning. You have a clients and a global node. You have a clients and global node is there. If client suppose any one of the malicious client is there, they may provide a negative gradients. Then what happens in the averaging time? The negative gradients are going to create an impact on your model. That means what this guy is corrupting the complete data such a way that he is going to be influencing the model to give a wrong decisions. So that's a corrupt the training set itself. So the learned model is wrong by design. One is availability poisoning attack is possible. That was published in 2012 in ICML conference. Weak overall accuracy. Clean label poisoning is there, another model that is going to be poisoning the examples that still look currently labeled into human auditors, which was published in NeurIPS 2018. Scales industrial training from scratch, that was published in ICLR 2021. Even LLM intrusion tuning is vulnerable with as few 100 poison samples are supposed to be used. That was published in ICML 2023. So there are various type of data poisoning attacks are there that you're supposed to be understanding. The third family is going to be backdoor or Trojan attacks. Backdoor or Trojan attack. What is the main idea of backdoor or Trojan attacks? Understood? You create a trigger. That secret trigger you may create that you need to be inserted during the training period. Then the model, you observe the model behaves normally until it sees the trigger. If it sees the trigger, then it is going to compromise. It is going to give abnormal decisions for you. So like that. So next one is we should understand about the bad nets. The founding backdoor paper formed around the ML supply chain. Invisible or simple specific triggers are there. And the second one is the federated learning is specially exposed due to this backdoor attacks. And the defense mechanism point of view, you have neural cleans concept, strip concept is there, and fine pruning concept is there that can able to defend from backdoor or Trojan attacks. Fourth family is the privacy or inference attack. This is a very big topic actually we want to discuss actually. How can you define the privacy, or how can you define an inference attack? You observe, privacy can be anything. The attacks are going to be possible on any form. But you need to be observed. If you want to know about the privacy, you need to be know what kind of leakages are there related to the anonymization or pseudo anonymity, or okay, you should okay, trackability, traceability, and usability. These kind of topics are there. Okay, the data has to be learned for any purpose. That it means okay, your privacy is breached. Especially the attacks like a member inference attacks are there. That member inference attack means a specific record used in the training program. This was published in IEEE SNP 2017. Model inversion attack is there. Okay, you have to create a conference course. With help of the conference course, you can reconstruct or you can recreate a complete training process actually with this. And training data extraction is there. Make an LLM in regenerate, regurgitate, memorized text verbatim. That's gradient leakage is there. In federated learning, reconstructing a user private image from a single shared gradient is there, which was published in Neurips 2019. Defense is the major concept is going to be differential privacy, or you have okay, so many concepts like multi-party computations are there, homomorphic encryption is there. But okay, whenever you go for multi-party computation, homomorphic encryption, this defense mechanism is going to be costly. Family number 5 is there, model stealing extraction. This is clone a model you do not own just by sending its queries and learning from the answers. And the sixth one is the very important attack, that is LLM prompt attack. Plain natural language okay, makes a language model break its own rules. Break its own rules. Here there are okay the concepts you need to be understand. What is it? What is the LLM's guardrail? What is LLM guardrail? Anyone can answer for me what is LLM guardrail? So I asked a question. I would like to take any one of you. Please let me know what is guardrails in LLM. What is a guardrail in LLM? Okay, I would like to give you that information. Especially, you need to be understand about the what is a guardrail, programmable or rule-based system that sits between user and the foundational AI models. Actually, what is the purpose of the guardrail? It is going to be monitor. It is going to be observed. Are you breaching any security breaches or not? Are you breaching any security breaches or not? That means, okay, one way we can say any harmful activities are you plan to perform on the model or not. That's why such a way that we are going to be prevent from the attacks, right? So here these are there, and one more, okay, very Yeah, here the LLM prompt attacks are there. Direct prompt injection attack. Ignore the previous instructions, which was published in 2022. Indirect prompt injection attack is that the malicious instruction hides inside a web page or a document the model reads. Then third one is the jailbreak. Crafted suffixes are there like GCG 2023 or automated black box search is there to bypass the safety training process. So jailbreaks are very popular actually. What is it? Jailbreaks are very popular. How can you observe a jailbreak? Means how do you understand what is jailbreak in LLM? What is a jailbreak in LLM? This is I'm telling to you, you understand this concept. You understand this concept. What is the concepts is there? Guardrails and jailbreaking. Right. What if you want to go for jailbreak? What is required? You have to create a crafted prompting. What you require? A crafted prompt is supposed to be used to create these jailbreaking activities. Means this jailbreak is a concept which is going to be bypass your guardrails. With help of that, you are going to be you are bypassing the guardrail to collect what? To collect sensitive information. Or any harmful content is there, you try to access that harmful content. That's why this jailbreak and guardrails, you're supposed to be understand carefully to understand about the LLM prompt injection attacks. Agent hijacking is there. They can trick and they can create, they can hijack the agents. And this is going to be a wonderful discussion. In LLM security, we have two sessions are there, complete 2 sessions, means 2 plus 2 4 lecture classes and 4 practical sessions are there. So you will get more information related to this one actually. The same thing previously also, every attack more in detailed way we will discuss in the further classes. Clear? The 7th one is going to be the availability. So model is available. You can make it slow. You can make it offline, or you can make it can create a more expensive ATS. Right? You have so many tricks are there. With help of the tricks, you can create these attacks actually. Last one is going to be the supply chain and agent attacks. Supply chain and agent attacks. It's a very, very, very interesting and very important one. So the plugins or the agent tools can be created attacks with help of the supply chain. What is the meaning of supply chain? Anybody can understood what is the supply chain attack? For example, blue screen error. Recently we observed, last year we observed a blue screen error. The blue screen error is going to be a supply chain attack. Right? One more supply chain attack is there. What? Solar winds problem. What is there? Solar winds problem. Solar winds problem is also going to be another one. And in the supply chain, with help of supply chain attacks, you can create an attack on this RAG based poisoning also. RAG based poisoning also. So now what we studied, can you brief it? How many families are there to discuss for us? How many families are there? 8 families are there. How many families are there? 8 families are there. Right? So please be attentive in the class, such a way that you will get more information related to this discussion. Right? That 8 families are the taxonomy for us. So now we have to be understand what kind of standard organizations are there in the field. How they are going to be classify these attacks, and what if you create a new attack, whom do you approach to claim your attack like that. One is the NIST AI 100-2. Adversarial machine learning, a taxonomy and terminology of attacks and mitigations are available here. So that's why I told you in the discussion. They split the entire world into predictive, that means entire AI into two types, predictive AI and generative AI. In the predictive AI, generally you use a classical ML or deep learning concepts. But in generative AI, your transformer will comes to the picture, LLMs and diffusion models are there. So organizes the attacks with help of a particular goal or a knowledge or a capability or life cycle stage also. So that's why most of the vocabulary which we are going to brought from this particular NIST one. NIST. Clear? Another one is there, MITRE Atlas. The operational read team view. Adversarial threat landscape artificial intelligence systems are there. You may go to atlas.metri.org, then you will get this information. 16 tactics and 84 techniques and 42 real world case studies are available in 2025. Okay. And the last one is going to be OWASP. Top 10 for LLM applications are there. Every alternative year, they're supposed to provide these attacks. And top entries are there: prompt injection, sensitive information disclosure, supply chain, data and model poisoning, expressive agency, unbounded consumption. So you will check these things in day 3 and day 6 actually. Right? So we will go for a few case studies. We'll go for few case studies. So meanwhile, if anybody might have some questions, can you able to ask the questions before I'm going to be case studies? And once it is completed, immediately we'll provide a small material to you to follow and to understand about what we discussed here. So what are the case studies are there? First case study, to stop sign that read 45 mph. Right? Standard road sign classifier read at a speed limit of 45 sign consistently from multiple angles and distances. So that attack families are there, physical vision is there. This will be creating a lot of problem. And every vehicle trust the camera, not just as the model. Okay. So 2021 researchers extracted memorized personal data verbatim from GPT-2 using only black box queries. And second case study is going to be malicious models. These case studies are going to be discussed in the next session with more detailed examples also, right? And you understand in day 1 they will discuss tool chain setup, and you have to be perform your first adversarial experiments. That it means you need to be develop first hands-on adversarial experiment in the next sessions. In day 2, we will discuss about adversarial examples, especially attack, and certify that the defend a real classifier. In day 3, we will discuss about the LLM security, attacks, then a DP training lab. Day 4, we will discuss data and model poisoning, especially we will how to inject a backdoor, then detect and remove it at the end. Day 5, federated learning and its attacks, and differential privacy and secure aggregation we supposed to be discussing this. And day 6 to 10, we will discuss especially privacy attacks, LLM red teaming, CV security, network AI, and cyber physical system security, and final day we are planned to organize a capstone challenge. Are you clear my point? Every day all the participants must participate in this. Understood? First 2 hours are going to be give a brief information about your uh, problem statement. Otherwise, whatever the theory is there, that we will discuss. Second half, that means second 2 hours, completely hands-on sessions. And in that hands-on session, you were supposed to be understood about how to create adversarial activities, how you are able to, that means, experiment these adversarial activities. Once you experimented, what parameter you choose to validate that experiments. After that, how you supposed to be generate the results, so that the main motto of our discussion in this FDP is going to be everybody has to understand about what is AI security, and they're able to develop their own research, and they're able to that means deliver their own research problems and solutions by the end of this particular program. By the end of this particular program, this is the main target of my this particular discussion. And now I supposed to be take few questions. Then after we'll move to the next discussion. Any questions are there, please? Any questions are there? So, sir, you mentioned modifying weights. These models might need more storage. Most of these heavy models, and setting up FM also, we need API keys if we directly using in Python. To experiment, how should we proceed further? So don't worry about all these things. My speakers will take care about all these problems. Which models you are supposed to be execute, that only they will demonstrate to you. With a minimal computational power is enough for you to perform all these activities. Right? Any further questions are there? Otherwise, we'll go for a hands-on session today. And next speakers are supposed to be take that particular case studies also to brief about the case studies, and after that how to implement that discussion they will discuss. Right? So if, this would be come by 5 minutes. The hands-on session will be start. At the end, again we will discuss.
Hello, Sandeep. Shall we start? Am I audible?
Audible, Avinash, audible. Now you can start.
Okay, so I will start. So, hello everyone. So, I'm going to initially brief you about uh, our FDP, that what all things are there in our FDP and how you can start your research journey for the topic of the FDP, that is AI for security and security for AI. So, like 30 minutes first, I will discuss about it, that how you can start your research journey and how you should investigate about the research paper in this particular domain, and how you can find a particular problem statement and how you can start working on it. What are the some important tools which you can use for your working, and what kind of system configuration is also required for basic security implementation to the advanced AI implementation. And after 30 minutes, we'll be starting with the practical hands-on session on our first topic. So I hope this website link is already shared with you. So you can see that this is a faculty development program. So I will share the link as well again. So you can access this link. All the material and study material will be provided on this website, and there is one quiz also for your practice if you want to practice some questions. So our today's session, so here daily you will find the sessions, whatever sessions are scheduled will be available on this website, and the timings will be also mentioned, and what will be discussed in that particular session you will be known about that. So as per the today's lectures, we discussed about AI threat landscape and attack taxonomy. So here you can just go and download the PDF and PPT format for the slide. For you we have also made available the around we have made available you the complete attack taxonomy. So you will find two series books for our for this particular thing, that is classic adversarial machine learning and modern AI attack surface. So this material we curated based on the 154 papers in the literature. So you will find the all 154 papers which are listed in this across the 10 sections. And as we discussed today, that 8 attack families. So based on these 8 attack families, you will find these papers, and based on that paper, like what are the topics, what are the domains, so you will find a brief introduction about them in this book series material, which you can download and you can read, and you can start your initial research journey. So this is what we have curated for you right now, and which you can use for the implementation. So moving further about the research path, like how you should do research or how you can start your research journey. So the idea is that right now machine learning security and privacy, or you can say AI security or security for AI, is its is in transition state. So like the way artificial intelligence was in 2012 when the first paper came on deep learning, and after that the complete AI breakthrough started, and after that attention is all you need, which paper gave birth to the LLM models, and now you can see the AI era going on. So the security is in the same way right now. It is not yet very highly developed for artificial intelligence, yet we cannot say it is underdeveloped as well. So this is very emerging research domain right now, and very less and few people are working on AI for security and security for AI precisely. So you will find some 8 concepts which we mentioned here also, that is about aviation, poisoning, backdoor Trojan, privacy inference, model stealing, LLM prompt attacks, availability, and supply chain and agents. So as per the understanding or the research which we are doing here in our future intelligence and computer security lab and MNITS, that you need to be clear about which particular domain or because AI domain is vast. You cannot publish paper in each and every domain. Like even if you go to one particular domain, in that particular class also you will find several challenges at several different levels in which you can do multiple publications. So you cannot target all the topics. You have to be very precise at which topic you need to go. So for that only we have made available that books for you, the 2 material books for you, in which you can get an idea of what topic interests you or what topic you can go for. So initially, as per the requirements, like you decide that this is the idea which you want to work on. So now what are the resources where you will go and search the papers? So once you open our document, you will find some top tier conferences by which you will get to know, okay, here we need to find the topic from our domain. Or the second thing is that that I'm going to tell you, or I'm going to just show you that how you can get a particular topic and how you can how you can find very recent literature on it. So specifically for cybersecurity, there are big 4 security conferences. So in big 4 security conferences, you will find IEEE SNP, NDSS, Usenix, and your ACM CCS. So this I have shared in the chat as well. These 4 are very important and the bigger venue conferences. These are the core A-star conferences which are recognized worldwide. So they play an even important role in computer science than the transactions as well. So either you can go for transaction papers, some of the transactions like IEEE transaction on forensics and computer security, that is IEEE TIFS and IEEE TSDC. So these are some very, some of the very popular conferences, I must say, that is TIFS and TSDC, the transactions, and the top 4 conferences. So how we get to know, okay, this particular conference is a core conference or the conference which is worthy for us. So there is one website for it on which you can just search about the conferences and you can get an idea of the rankings of any conference. It can be AI or it can be even the AI security conference. So the conferences which I listed for you, like SNP, NDSS, Usenix, and CCS, are the core security conferences. But you will find some security papers in very renowned AI conferences as well, such as Triple AI and your CVPR, ECCV, ICML, and ICLR, Neuro IPS. So I'm just putting it in the chats as well. So these are also some very renowned conferences for artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence itself has a track of artificial intelligence security as well. So you can submit. Suppose if you're doing any kind of research, we make it in 2 different ways. One research is minimum the prototypical model in which you just try to verify, okay, this is the prototype which I have think in this particular security problem, and based on this particular security problem, how I can solve it and up to what level I can perform the experiment. So based on your experiments, if you just have proof of concept experiments and you can write your idea in 7 to 8 pages, you can go for the AI conferences. If you wish, no, I want to write a bigger and detailed paper and cover major aspects, then you can go for the security venues which are more recognized. So based on this are some resources or some conferences where you need to start doing research about the problem statement. So suppose if I go for NDSS conference and I want to know that what work has been done. So generally this all websites are open source, like you can find the papers, they are open source. You do not need any kind of subscription. So you can just go into the accepted papers, and in the accepted papers you can see that there are around 265 papers were accepted recently. And as you open this paper, you will find the first paper itself, which is a causal perspective for enhancing jailbreak attack and defense. So based on your topic, you can search by title, you can search by the author name. You might be following some authors who are doing very latest research. So you can find them as well. And if you open this, you will generally find all the material and resources. So suppose if you go for this paper, in this paper you will find the paper here, you will get the presentation slides, you will get the video slide. Once you go to this paper, so generally you will find this kind of badges. So right now in security venues, this kind of badges are very popular, which means that the code of this paper is well tested and the results are reproducible. So here you will get generally three kind of badges, that is available means the code is only available, results were not verified, functional means the code is completely working, reproduce means the results were as it is reproduced by the paper. So as you move further, you will find the code for the paper as well. So here you can find the DOI for the paper, like code is available at this particular DOI, and you can just go to that website and you will find the complete data set, the complete code for that particular paper. Now, how this helps actually right now in the recent place, in the recent time, what we have observed is that generally whatever papers are published do not provide code. So if the codes are not provided, you cannot implement the baseline work. So once you decide, okay, this is a problem statement I have to work, and after this problem statement, you identified, okay, these are some papers. Now the next part is that how you would implement it. So to implement it, you need some baseline work. So you need to decide the baseline work, which will be the latest article in that particular domain. So for NDSS 2026, already you will find some papers on AI security. So the topics which will be studied in the FDP are the latest topics, and the same topics you will find in our two books, which like already the links is shared. You'll find the latest topics, which will help you to decide that which topic you can select, and based on the topic you can find the papers. So NDSS is one of the websites. You can go for SNP using CCS. You need to investigate mainly all the pages, and just you need to do Control F and you need to search the keywords. Based on the keywords, you will be easily able to identify the papers. The second idea is that if suppose you are not able to identify based on the research, so there are some authors who are regularly publishing to the conferences, some big renowned authors from the foreign universities. So they will also help you. Like you can just know about the author, and if you search about that author, you can find their work, and based on that work you can follow their work. You will find the code. Once you find the code, you can implement it, and after that, if you need to update or if you need to do new research, you need to identify the gap. Based on that gap, you need to re-implement the code. You need to get improved result on the same baseline. Once you get the baseline, then you are almost ready for publishing the paper. So you can straight away go for the publication. And we generally it is observed that you might be doing research at a single place, but we recommend that you don't do the research alone. You have to connect to the expert. Suppose if you are doing your research for the first time in this particular venue and you're targeting some very good venue for the first time, then you need to think that, okay, the paper which I have written, the research which I have done, is it up to that mark or not? So for that, if you are connected to the authors, and you can literally do an email to a professor or a researcher who is at an international venue, or people who are doing research in cyber security or AI security continuously, you can get your work at least one time review by them. So mostly they will not deny you. You can just go and you can ask them to do the research. You can keep them as a collaborator in a paper, which will help them, which will give them also perk to invest time in your research. So which would highly help you to build your research and to do the research in this very new domain, which is AI for security. And the research is evolving continuously in this. So this is the research pathway which you should follow. Now coming to the computation required for this particular research in AI security. So if we go for basic machine learning and deep learning kind of security research. So in security, computation is required less as compared to the AI research, because here you already have some models which are already trained, and based on that you need to just you need to focus only on security aspect of it. So that is one idea, that how do you identify that. Now the second idea is that you might be interested in working for LLM and LLM security. So as we move further day by day, and you might have seen the schedule, which is also available again on the same website. You will find the schedule where we are going to cover LLM security, and we'll be having some international speakers as well for you to collaborate, because they are some people who are working good into this and are having top tier publications. You can connect to them and you can begin your research with them as well. So if you talk about the computation, so the first part is that for the machine learning security privacy, you should have at least a minimum GPU based system with around 6 GB of VRAM, which will help you a lot to do research in cybersecurity. And if you go for LLM trainings or LLM security point of view, and if you go for big model testing, you should have a very good amount of compute. So we do not say that you should like there are some universities which might provide you compute. Or the second option is you rent the compute from the Google Colab and Kaggle. So you will get some free GPUs on Google Colab and on Kaggle, and Kaggle is very popular for doing the AI security research, where you will get good amount of compute to run your model for inference. So it's up to you that how you do that, the compute part. So whatever demonstrations or whatever research we are going to tell you, or whatever hands-on session will be giving you, it is actually run on our compute, and the results which we get based on that will be training you that how a particular code should be written and how we should execute it step by step. And how, suppose if I give you a research paper and you got a code from it, then how you can start executing that code, and how you can start doing the research for the cybersecurity point of view. So this is how a complete pathway looks like, and you should go for cloud services to get a better compute. Initially, it is not required. Once you understand, okay, this will work for it, then you can go for the compute and you can run it for the longer time, and you can get your results on the bigger scale. Because if you go for top venues like which I mentioned, such as NDSS, SNP, USIX, or CCS, they actually require a very good amount of rigor in your research, and mostly they will accept the results which are real time, not simulation based. Generally, simulation based works are not accepted in the top tier venues until and unless there is no such alternate research for it. Like if I go for a like suppose if I want to do a research on AI based adaptive worms, so obviously I cannot deploy a real worm in my system and I can get the results. I need to build an isolated environment for it, and in that particular isolated environment I will run that, and I will get to know the results. So that is what the idea is for the particular session and the particular FTP. If you have any particular doubt regarding the research or how we should start the research, you can ask me in the chats, so I can answer for that. Or if everything is clear, then we can move forward with the hands-on session for the particular day. So any doubts, you can write it in the chat box. Okay, so I think there are no doubts. So it's okay. We can connect on LinkedIn as well. You can connect to professor. You can connect to the team which is working here for this session developer. You can connect to the researchers who will be joining in the future time, and you can ask your doubts there as well. And you can ask your specific doubts in WhatsApp group if required. It will be forwarded to us. Okay, so I think after 5 minutes we can start the hands-on session. You can take a 5 minutes break, and after 5 minutes we'll start with the hands-on session for today, which will be based on the today's topic, that was the technical paradigm. And after that we will move on to the first attack implementation in artificial intelligence, which was initially developed.